Hi there, glad you are thinking about becoming an East Bay Chamber member. You will find so many opportunities to get the connections you need to grow your business. With over 330 active members, the East Bay Chamber is a local go-to for successful business owners that want referrals and to connect with other businesses with service offerings that complement their own. We look forward to working with you. See you soon.
Okay, yeah, we're incorporated in 1972. At the time, they were all separate, which seems foolish now. Everything's starting to get regionalized, but at the time it was Barrington, Bristol, and Warren had separate chambers. We're not-for-profit, independent of government agencies, and our mission statement is to encourage, promote, and support business and serve as a trusted resource for the community throughout the East Bay, which is Bristol, Warren, and Barrington. Even though we do have members, Seekonk, Swansea, some from Providence, etc. Why join the chamber? These are a list, and obviously it doesn't apply to everybody, but if you do manufacturing, you ship abroad, you're looking for a certificate of origin, that's available. Notary public service, which everybody needs for, it seems like any kind of legal program you put. Free health insurance quotes, listings online with a link to your website. This is important because people call the chamber because they want to have a local source for something, and they'll look to, if you're going to move to Nashua, New Hampshire, you'll go to the Nashua website and you'll look for a source for landscaping, etc. People will go to the website and look for that.
I'm just going to step in
Sure.
right here and just tell you how important that is. I still need to make some changes to my listing. So make sure that that's one of the first things that you do, because we are actually getting more traffic to our website. So, people are looking at who our members are, and that is how they are finding, people for different types of businesses that they need to.
And it sort of lines up with business referrals. If you don't go to any events, the chamber is not going to benefit you that much. The benefit of the chamber is by getting involved in meeting people, because you're going to know who to go to when you need something. When someone else needs something, I was at an event 4 months ago, and a new member, and he does remediation of like when there's rain and there's flooding, etc. I met him at Palmer River Grill for an event. The next day, we had a super amount of rain. We had flooding at the TPI building, which I manage. He ended up getting like a $15,000, $20,000 job the very next morning because I had met him the night before and it was top of mind. So you don't know who you're going to meet and who you're going to need, but business referrals are key because you want to do business with people that you like and you're comfortable with. And when you meet them at a social event, business event, you trust them and good things come from it. Government lobbyists, that's important because we do get updates at the board level and also on Tuesday at 2 of all the government
All the bills that are coming up that might affect your business.
And they do affect your business because it's very much union dominated in this state, and we got to watch out for the businesses. We can't, so we have somebody at the State House looking out for our best interest. The events are on the chamber website, free seminars on a variety of topics. We bond. I was going to dress up in a wig and go to that one day, but it's for the women. It's tabletop displays at the weekly WeBond meetings. And could you explain that quickly?
Yeah, so WeBond is great. I love it. We used to do it at noon, but now we do it every other Tuesday at 9 a.m. It's an hour long. Women like to talk, so we tend to go a little longer than an hour.
I'm not saying anything.
But I will say it's a great way for you to present your business and let other women know what it is that you do. But it's a great way for us to bond and help each other in our businesses. So I encourage all of you to attend 9 a.m. every other Tuesday, and it is listed on our website.
Great. And then brochures and business cards in the lobby. A lot of times, especially with the traffic that the East Bay gets and Warren being a mecca for great culture and restaurants, people pop into the chamber and pick up business cards. So leave your business card in the front office before you leave. That'll be helpful. And here's a quote from Mark. I don't need to quote it, but
Do you want to go back?
no. It shows that it shows a member who had really done a lot. And when he started his business 11 years ago, he joined the chamber because of its reputation. So it's connected him to not only new clients, but community leaders. That's a good point, community leaders. If you need someone, who do you know at the Warren Town Hall because I'm planning to build a building or I need to get approval for this, you know who to go to because whether I know somebody, Brendan knows somebody, we all know somebody. And it's not, you're going to get special favors, but you know who to go to and who's going to give you a straight answer and get information quick. So it's real important for that.
Okay, Bay Bucks. So Bay Bucks basically are like gift certificates that you can purchase from Suzanne or someone within the office. They work like gift certificates, like I said. So any participating members in Baybucks, you would get discounts on certain whatever items from their business. But you can buy them as literal gift certificates and give them at Christmas time or on birthdays or anything like that. Member-to-member discounts, you guys are going to have, if you haven't already received the members packets, there's this little keychain within the members packet that if you put it on your keychain in whatever participating businesses, there's a list that you'll get within your packet of the businesses that participate. And anytime you go to one of those businesses, you'll receive whatever discount that they're offering if you show that little keychain.
Yeah, next, the free ad in East Bay newspapers. Do you know the size of that? Oh, absolutely.
I believe it's a quarter page, which is a really good size.
Unbelievable. And does that go to just East Bay, or does that go to like Tiverton?
You can choose which paper you want to advertise in. I don't think that you get all three of the East Bay, but I think that you can pick if you want Bristol, Warren, or Barrington.
Okay.
They used to allow you to pick the life section, which goes to actually every town they serve, but I don't think that they allow that anymore. I think it's just you pick one of the three papers.
But boy, targeting your clientele, that's ideal. You know, put an ad in, and my experience in marketing is don't put a lot of copy in there because they won't read it. Just put bullet points, real short and to the point of what you can do for them with a big phone number and maybe an email address. But free advertising, and it's in the paper. People still love to browse the Warren Times Gazette or Bristol Phoenix, so take advantage of that. It's free.
Absolutely. Opportunity to serve on the board. So Andy and I are board members. We work at our own businesses. I am a financial advisor for New York Life. So I do not work for the chamber, but I am on the board. I'm actually the chair-elect, so I will be the new chair of the board come October for 2 years. But Andy also serves on the board.
Former president as well, and chairperson. Yeah, chairman. Yep.
I didn't know.
I will mentor you as you take on your new role.
Okay, I'm going to take you up on that. Andy also mentioned the Tuesday at 2 weekly newsletter. You should be receiving that in your email every Tuesday at 2 p.m. If you are not, then you might want to speak with Suzanne so that you make sure that you're on that email list and receive that, because it lists all of the information about upcoming events, opportunities to sponsor some of the events, and all of the different things that are going on with the chamber. So
yeah, it has under the dome, so you can find out what's going on at the State House. Quick blurb of the bills that are up before the state, all the events, as Brenda mentioned, that you want to get involved in, the business after hours, or we call it
Monthly Mingle.
Monthly Mingle. I'm still old school, but it's a great event. We had it recently at
Beach House.
The Beach House, yes, and we also have it coming up at
May 11th. It will
Guild.
be at the Guild in Warren.
So you got beer and you got food. There's nothing better, but it's a great chance to socialize.
Yeah.
Tuesday at 2 is a quick hit of everything that's going on in the chamber, and it really is something to keep an eye out for.
But Daryl will end up educating you anyway. So why join the East Bay Chamber? Access to all of these organizations, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Rhode Island Small Business Development Center. So we actually have someone who comes here every single Thursday if you need any assistance with anything about your business.
Please write that down. This is probably the
Most
least
underused
used
opportunity.
and most beneficial opportunity. What's the time?
Every Thursday he's here at 9 o'clock.
So it's an employee of the state who comes down.
Suzanne will know his name.
And very similar to the U.S. Small Business Administration and SCORE, it is so important, because if you have a new business, we talked about massage therapy, if you have a construction business, anything, they come down and they help you efficiently, two things: efficiently work through the state to get the proper approvals and all the red tape. But they are also, it's funny because Don Saracen was my SCORE person 30 years ago. I started up, I used to distribute picture frames to the corporate market, put corporate logos on them. But Don, someone from SCORE comes down free, and they meet with you and they help you get your business going, whether it's guiding you on a business plan. setting you up with, go talk to somebody for financing. You need this. Oh, there's a special financing deal right now for new businesses. They have all the knowledge you need to get a business started and off the ground, and it makes it efficient. And you may have great experience in sewing, if that's your business, or sign design, but you don't know how to market it. Or you might know how to market it, but you don't know how to financially get the funding for it. So it's great. It gives you an expert that can, if they don't have the info, they can get it for you.
It's literally everything from bookkeeping to marketing your business. So anytime you have any questions at all, I would refer to someone that assists in those areas. Workforce Partnership of Greater Rhode Island.
And the Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce Coalition, it's all the chambers in the state. They have an event once a year, but it's the power in numbers, whether it's fighting for the businesses at the State House or it's on a local. We can get answers for you if you need it because we have ties with all these different groups.
Okay, you're listed in the membership directory. So each year we produce this booklet and you get 2 listings in that booklet. You can also pay to advertise. So there are a lot of members who will actually pay for an ad in that booklet. There's full-size ads, half pages, and quarter pages. So you can see as membership that looks like a full-page ad. But you're listed
Full
there.
page or
It's
half page?
distributed everywhere. It's available at town halls. Roger Williams distributes it to all of its orientations, so all of the parents get a copy of it, as well as the students. It's in libraries. Realtors give them to their buyers and the people that are selling their homes. It's in relocation packets and making connection bags to new homeowners. And if you don't know what making connections is, basically, whenever someone comes into the area and purchases a home, does anyone remember the Welcome Wagon?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so everybody remembers what Welcome Wagon is. That's kind of our version of Welcome Wagon, is making connections. So everyone has the opportunity, if they wanted to provide something that they'd like to put about their business in the bag, whether it's just a business card, or maybe you have little trinkets or pens or something that you want to participate and put in the bag. There is a cost to participate, but every time someone purchases a home, we get a list of all of the people who have purchased homes in Bristol, Warren, and Barrington, and those bags are distributed to all of those people every month on a monthly basis. So you're getting your name out to a lot of new people coming into the area that would otherwise not know about your business until they start exploring the area.
And we're not charging that. It's strictly at cost. In other words, whatever it costs us to do it, that's what we
Right.
charge. We don't make a profit on it, so it's a very efficient way to get your message out. Also on this directory, partner, grow, succeed. It does list all the businesses in
Alphabetical
order, but it also gives you a phone number and a page number so they can refer and find you. So it's a real important tool.
They're usually distributed in January. We begin producing them over the summer, and then the ad has to be in by October, the end of October, and then they get printed in November so that they're ready for January distribution.
And if you haven't, since you're all members, you probably got this already, but if not, the member handbook. It's updated annually, gives you some important information. Make sure you get one before you leave today if you haven't.
Great. So other member savings, you also, besides the ad in the East Bay newspapers that you receive for free, you also can get classified ad discounts in the East Bay newspapers. So if you have a job listing or something that you need to advertise, even if you just have to sell something personal of your own, you do get a discount in their classified advertising. Your discounted fees for any chamber events. So for instance, if you're not a chamber member and you want to attend a monthly mingle, it's $10, but if you're a chamber member, it's $5. So there are a lot of discounts that you can take advantage of as a member of the chamber.
Using this room, for instance, right? $10
Yes.
for members.
That's a good segue. Go
So,
ahead.
yeah, $10 to get the use of this room. If you have a board of directors meeting and you really don't have an office that can work that, or you want investors and you want to have a meeting in a nice place, not only do you have a nice place to present to them, but also it's the image of you're tied in with the chamber. There's power in that. So you're representing your professionality by having it at the chamber. And it's a beautiful room and you have access to the AV and everything. So it's a nice little benefit. Join the Bayside YMCA, receive 10% off. Online training with Cogno, I'm not familiar with. You?
That's a Suzanne question. So Suzanne will set that up for you if you want to participate in any online training, and she has all of the details as far as.
So it's training
that's
in
concerned. In different areas. So if you wanted to take classes in some certain thing, even if it's just a personal interest and it's a class that they offer, you can take advantage of that.
Then mailing labels available to members, $35. If you do want to do your own personal mailing to everybody, $35, and that's just the cost for printing the labels. There's no profit in that. And then you take it and do a direct mailing to every member out there, especially if you're doing business to business. Your business is doing business, not business to consumer, a real benefit to you.
Good question. Sure. Is that only one time? Like if someone wanted to do that on a quarterly basis?
No, you could do that.
Okay.
Yep. Many times you want. So you're reaching, if that's your business model, you're reaching them directly. Okay, this one I'd like to speak about. Monthly Mingle is just fantastic. Whether it's we had it locally at a children's clothing store, Piccolo's in Barrington last month. It's just a great event. It's probably the best event for, you have fun, but there's a business side of it. Like, I like to make sure I introduce myself to everybody because you get to know people. You find out what they do. I may not have a need for what you do business in, but you know what? I know Brenda does. And I'll mention to Brenda. And we're constantly networking and introducing people. And especially with the pandemic, it's just a nice chance to get to meet people and to get out. But it's a professional atmosphere. Usually, not always, but usually there's some, picking food out there, appetizers. There may be beer and wine that you have to purchase, but it's a nice event, nice and social. It doesn't go on all night. It's 5:30 to 7, and definitely suggest you attend. Great chance to meet everybody. A lot of the board members are there.
Our next one's May 11th at the Guild. I'll just repeat that again.
Yeah, May 11th, 5:30.
5:30.
And if you haven't been to the Guild, it's a really nice, the old mill atmosphere, nice and wide open.
A lot of fun. Okay, we also have our East Bay Chamber Annual Awards Dinner. That's in October. There's usually over 150 people attending. It's a great night to socialize with other members. It's usually the night that we also induct our new officers and new board members. But it's a really nice event. It's at the end of the year before the holidays, and it's a really great way to mingle with the rest of the members.
And it's a night to honor excellence in the East Bay in business. We usually name I'm trying to think of some of the awards, but the top award is the Business of the Year. And some great recipients over the years have received them, from Grace Barker Nursing Home recently, Jade Manufacturing, Water Rower, people who have gone above and beyond to be good employers and good business people in the East Bay.
Our East Bay Chamber Holiday Celebration, we usually have that in early December.
That's a blast.
It's another fun night where we all get to mingle and have a good time, and members usually donate a ton of items that we have for our raffle.
Silent auction.
Our silent auction, and it's a lot of fun. I've won some great prizes, but it's a great way. It's easy. It's like, so you buy a bunch of tickets and then you put them in, and if the more you put in one raffle item, your chances are much better to win. So everybody usually walks away with something. It's an awesome night to mingle with everyone.
Great
and have
food.
A good
We always
time.
have it at a nice restaurant with a lot of food, drink. And everybody's in a good mood. You go through a long year and you're ready to break out a little bit and enjoy everybody's company. So it's fun. That's
And it's your
definitely
first
something.
opportunity to have fun during the holidays.
Yep.
Our annual fashion show partnership with Highlander Charter Schools, always fun. It's a great thing to get involved in. I sit on the fashion show committee. I also end up getting bamboozled to be a model in the fashion show. So
Oh, you didn't know you had a model then? Yes.
look out, you may
We
be
spare
pulled
no
up on
expense
stage.
to bring in the finest models from around the world. And Brenda is ours today.
That's not me. But I can't say no to Betty, and she's pulled me in, and I've been in this fashion show for the last 3 years. So be careful of Betty. She will pull you on stage. But it is a lot of fun, and you get to meet a lot of people. A lot of the general public comes to that. It's one of our most attended events. Last year it was at the Ramada. I believe it's going to be there again this year.
And there are tables out for the individual
There are
businesses
vendor
if you wanna
tables
get a
that you
table.
can participate in. It's so cost effective to be able to get your name out. The vendor tables are usually around $50, and you literally can stand there and introduce yourself to the public. And we usually have close to 200 people that attend the fashion show. So if you're going to be a model, there's a lot of pressure on you. But it is a lot of fun, and I encourage you all to participate.
I'm working on my purging and binging now so I can fit into the swimsuit.
There is no swimsuit competition. I definitely wouldn't be a model. Also, Coffee and Commerce.
That's a great event.
They're awesome. They happen once a quarter. We just had one recently in the back. Am I pointing the right area?
Over that way.
Yeah. In the event room, we just had one with all of the legislators, which is a great way for you to be able to ask questions about some of the upcoming bills that may affect your business. We do that Coffee and Commerce once a year so that local businesses can come and discuss, what they're not so happy about and what they're happy about with their local legislators. So it's a great opportunity.
And we have other
to do
coffee and commerces, but it's usually like we're bringing in the head of the state business development. I'm trying to think, but we're bringing really good people to talk and people to ask questions of. One of my questions to the legislators is, they probably won't come back next year after my question, but with all the surplus that we have we ever thought of something doing radical, like maybe reducing taxes instead of finding ways to spend it? But it's almost like I was an alien from another world.
Yeah.
Not spend, so,
Yeah.
but it was good. And we do have other coffee and commerces with key people in the state that come to present to us.
One of the great ones that's coming up actually at the end of the summer is the woman who heads
Liz
up.
Tanner.
Liz Tanner's great. She's business development.
Yeah, I think
And then we also have Dale Venturini. She actually heads up tourism for the state. So I'm interested in that because I think that's how you bring business to all of the local businesses is through tourism. And I think that we don't take advantage enough of the state of Rhode Island and all that it has to offer through our tourism efforts. So that's also going to be a great Coffee and Commerce to attend. East Bay Young Professionals Group. This was just developed recently with one of our other members. He saw a need to develop a new group, much like women saw a need to develop We Bond so that we could bond, all of the women that are part of businesses and own their own business. So he developed a young professionals business group. It's Patrick Emond. He is with Morgan Stanley.
great guy.
Yeah, super nice. And he has started that. Yes, he's a young professional, but you attended.
I attended anyway. What's so funny? I don't get the joke. No, I went anyway. I said, Patrick, I'm kind of not young, but I broke in anyway. I act like I'm a mentor or something, but it's a chance to socialize.
But you all can participate in that. You don't have to be a young professional, but it is a young professionals group. But
I think he had in mind probably like 45 and under or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to attend, you certainly can if you want to mingle with the young professionals. Making Connections program, we highlighted that a little while ago. That's our version of Welcome Wagon. I do encourage you to at least participate and try it once. And if it works for you, then continue to do it. But it is a great program to get in front of new homeowners in the area. Getting involved gets your face and your business in front of everyone. It makes you a real part of the community. People get to know you and they get to know what you do for a living. So it is pretty critical, and I'm involved in a lot of the committees. I love the camaraderie that I've developed with everyone. You really do get a lot out of it. Yeah. So
sounds corny, but it's so true. We get so much more out of it.
It is true, and people get to know your face, and they get to know your business, and it's like free marketing. So I am the chairperson of the Ambassador Committee. Basically, the Ambassador Committee stands as the front line to all of the members, as well as especially the new members. We are the people that will deliver the packets to you, people that will call you when an event is coming up to remind you, hey, you might want to attend this, and tell you about things that are happening as far as...
There are social butterflies that...
Pretty much.
Sprinkle cheer.
Pretty much. We're also the people that you can call if you have a question, and if I can't answer it, I will certainly get that question answered for you. So we try to make sure that you have our information. We're the ones that you'll see at your ribbon cuttings if you decide to have a ribbon cutting at your place of business. We volunteer at the networking socials. We make well-being calls. Before COVID, we literally called every single member to see how they were doing. When COVID, just started.
Because we had a lot to offer. We could offer them. We had
PPP loan information that we could offer.
Antiseptic,
everything. Masks.
Germicidal. We had masks. We tried to reach out to members to make sure they had the materials they needed.
Everything that they needed. Yeah.
So these are different committees.
A lot of different committees.
Yeah. So events also. They plan our events. It's pretty self-explanatory, but the summer event, annual awards, the holiday, all of them that we went over. So that's a second committee. Public relations and business and community engagement, pretty broad, but they attend the business associations, service organizations meetings, supports other committees and efforts to reinforce the value of membership, bridges the communication gap between the chamber and community organization. Isn't this Brian?
This is Brian,
He's been
Brian
terrific.
Hoffman. He's great. He's the person that chairs this committee. Basically, they're the liaison between other business groups in the area. He comes and brings back information about what's going on. Barrington Business Association group, he also heads that. I'm the co-chair of the Bristol Merchants group. So we
We
bring
have
the
the Warren
information.
Merchants group, and he sort of, we get information from
We kind of
everyone.
get information from the whole area, bring it back, and we deliver that information to the board meeting, and then sometimes it ends up in Tuesday at 2 to educate our members as well.
Because we work together, it's not a competition thing, like, what are they doing? No, we take the information, we pass it along so that everybody can germinate, and the East Bay can really grow, because we're not against each other, everybody can do well on their own, and the whole point is just to grow business and income and employment opportunities in the East Bay.
Government affairs, I think you can speak to that a little bit better. I've never seen any other person part of that group other than Steve.
Yeah, Steve's sort of a group in and of himself,
Himself.
but he does a great job. He brought the legislators together for us. He is at the State House pretty often, bringing back what the bills are. And in our board meetings, he explains, for the most part, this is no big deal, but this one could really hurt us, the Evergreen contract that he talks about. So we get a good update, and that's under the dome on the website and on the Tuesday at 2. If you're looking for what are the latest bills that affect businesses, your taxes, your commitments to the state, et cetera, it's all there. And Steve really keeps us locked in on that. So we know what's going on. Many times things happen, you don't know it until you get the bill. And it's like, we could have done something about that if we had known. This allows us to act early.
Okay, so Education Committee, you also sit on the Education Committee.
Yes, Education Committee, and I can almost have Nicole speak to that, but I won't. Education Committee has been terrific because we've been working with especially Mount Hope High School and the Bristol Warren Regional, and we're working on tying in the business community with the educators and working together to get internships going. We also have another group that is going to be meeting this week at the high school. So there's a lot of camaraderie and working together to make sure that what the students are being taught is what is needed in the real workforce in the East Bay. So we're trying to fine tune it and getting better, and Nicole's the main part of that. She does a terrific job, who is also a board member. So the Education Committee has really come on strong in the last year. We have held 2 now think tank events with business leaders in the East Bay, and they sat with students from Bristol Warren High School, also our school up, the Highlander school up the street. So it was fantastic. The students loved it because they had access to business leaders in the East Bay, and the leaders were impressed with the students because they had such great questions and they came prepared. So that's really moving along, the Education Committees. So if you're looking for an intern, if you have a special need, maybe to do a video for your business, there may be somebody that works, a student at the high school that's learning that they could get credit for it and you could get a video done. There's a lot of tie-ins there that can come together.
Belonging to the chamber, it's an investment in the community. Obviously, the more that you get involved, the more you are a part of the community, and your name and your business name gets out there. Consumers are 49% more likely to think favorably of a chamber member business. Consumers are 80% more likely to buy goods or services from chamber members. Membership brings credibility to your business. You can acquire customer referrals through other business owners that you become known to, and you increase your visibility in the East Bay.
This is so true, isn't it? He's square wheels and he's dragging it, and they don't have time to talk to somebody who can offer them a much more efficient way of doing things. And that's sort of what the chamber's about. There's benefits to be had, that if you get involved and you listen, you're going to make your life easier, more efficient, save money, and increase your sales.
So how does the chamber's website benefit me? So basically, we discussed this a little earlier on. You get a free listing with your logo and social links. So basically, anybody that visits the website, and we are gaining more traffic month after month, they see your business, they can click on any of your social links as well as your website link.
Has everybody submitted that yet, if you're new?
I encourage you to do that.
Please make time to do that because it's free. Once it's done, I know it's a hassle getting your logo together and a little bit of a bullet point presentation, but it's worth it because once it's up on the website, it's advertising for you forever, every day, 24/7.
The ability to edit your website listing page. So you can go on yourself. Suzanne has a login information for you. There's a password that you go in and you can actually make changes at any time to your own listing. Exclusive web advertising opportunities. So we do have space on our website for you to be able to purchase advertising on the main page or on pages throughout the site. Free listings of your events. So there is a calendar that is on that sits on our website, and you may go in and list events. If you have a hard time, Suzanne can always help you with that, but you can list events that are coming up for your business as well. Online payments. For any reason, you can go on to the site, register for events online. You can pay online. It makes it easy so that you don't have to come into the office. You can pay for a monthly Mingle online and register, or any of our other events.
Yeah, it's really quick and easy. Once they have your information, it auto-populates
Yeah.
the second time. And so it's just, I register on there for the events and within 3 minutes I'm done.
And then you get a receipt, so
Yep.
it's efficient. Statistical tracking, we do track website referrals, and we also track, obviously, how many visitors we get to our site. So all of that information is available to you if you request it. Continuous SEO optimization. We do have someone who works on all of our social media postings, everything that goes on our website, and she's great at it. Her name is Dina Davis. You may meet her at one of the monthly Mingles, but she's awesome, and she really does keep on top of that and get the word out for all of our events and anything that's going on. Did you want to retail our boxes?
No, I'm not going to bore them with that, but basically Dan Shed, I know Dan well, and he's been a member for a long, long time. It's like a third generation business or fourth generation. And he states it very well. The value we get from the East Bay Chamber is varied. It keeps us connected to the East Bay community. They're a part of the Manufacturers Council. We have a group of about 8 businesses that manufacture in the East Bay. So it's not just one thing that you get value from in the Chamber. It's the relationships, it's the free advertising, it's the newspaper ad, it's varied. If you get involved, you're gonna get back 100 times what you put in.